Okay.
It's the craziest thing ever. That's insane.
Explain what just happened.
Okay, somebody tell me what just happened. Guys, let me show you something. I just opened up my email. Guys, I've never in my life, I don't believe, ever gotten an email from Sherwin-Williams. I mean, I'm a contractor, but, you know, they have my name probably. I've never gotten an email that I know of from Sherwin-Williams. Check this out. And it didn't go in the spam folder. Look at this. What is this? Where'd it go?
There, that's it.
Okay, I just got this. Why did it disappear off my thing? What is going on, man? This is bizarre. Look at this. You guys remember what I did the other day? Sherwin-Williams? And I opened this up, but I was like, why do... And look what it says. Look at this. Eminence? You gotta be kidding me.
Bright white. And the day of the sale is September 11th. Yeah. Scroll
Look
up.
at this. It says Eminence. And look what's up here. I mean, I don't know what the heck. I mean, I just did a Sherwin-Williams video on their logo. How it resembles... You know, I must feel like somehow somebody's messing with me. It's from the Sherwin-Williams company.
That's insane.
Okay, I'm gonna freak out. That's insane. That's insane. Guys, I just got a Sherwin-Williams ad. You know, did y'all see the Obama thing with the blood dripping over the world? And look at what it says. It says Sherwin-Williams, but it says Eminence right here. So if I was to say, well, if this was a message, let's say God's trying to warn me. Would this be God trying to warn you? Like, Johnny, I know you just did the video yesterday on the blood, on the Sherwin, you used the Sherwin-Williams thing, and then I get a Sherwin-Williams ad, and it says Eminence? I mean, on a brand of paint? Do they really have a bucket of paint called Eminence? I'm going to go by and look. I'm going to go by the Sherwin-Williams store. Ceiling paint with times... Oh my gosh. That's nuts. Okay, whatever.
Okay, Steve.
Oh my God. Okay,
so explain
what
again.
Are the odds? I know. I wanted. The reason I called is there was a couple of things that came to my attention. I do think tonight is even significant. Think about this. How odd this is. You know, last night the NFL kicked off on a Wednesday night, and the last time that the NFL played on a Wednesday night, they made a big deal out of this. Is 1948.
Are you serious?
You know. So that's odd to begin with, because isn't that the year that Israel became a nation?
Hey, Clay, wait.
Yes.
Tell out everybody.
Okay.
You guys hang on.
Hang on.
Is Steve calling right now to mention this?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's why you're calling, Steve, to talk about the Obama logo with the red and the blue? Is that why you're calling?
Yeah, that's why he called.
That's why you're calling right this minute?
Yes.
And I just opened this that second?
Yes.
That's insane.
Okay, so...
There ain't no face to cover that. There's no way.
No.
That's a Lord, guys. That's a warning. Imminent.
Two reasons I'm calling is, number one, to say I saw the logo for less than 2 seconds last night, and it screamed to me some kind of weird Illuminati communication. And when I saw the bucket of paint going over the wall, I didn't need to see the rest of the video. I knew it was what Jonathan was going to say. But anyway, so I believe what's going to happen tonight is you're going to have the worship and praise. And I know a lot of people have been seeing 9/11/2012,
right?
Which is the first day, George Bush's speech of the New World Order was on 9/11/1990.
Which this is what this email says. September 11th, 2012, about Sherwin-Williams, about Eminence, and Johnny was just praying.
I just prayed, and I said, what's the deal, Lord? And it says, listen to what this says.
So
it says, prepare, get ready.
Heightened in the sense of prayer and just, contending with the dark spiritual forces at this hour.
I haven't talked to you in probably 2 or 3 weeks, right, Steve?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Steve calls us right when we're looking up the Sherwin-Williams spam email that Jonathan received.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. It was before I watched the video. I thought, what a weird logo. How odd. It almost looks like the people are like crying out. I'm like, man, it looks like.
Next timeline was...
Okay, so check this out. If you just look at, on a graph, the X timeline, you have the X and the Y axis, and you have X going this direction, and you have hours, plotted on this chart. Well, in the 1 to 2 minutes of time on this graph, that I opened up this really weird email that I got from Sherwin-Williams. And on the email, it has the same image of the paint dripping over the whole world that I did a video yesterday to show the Obama logo with blood dripping over the world, to show you that's what it is. When I opened up that email, the phone rang and it was someone else calling to tell us about
The logo.
the Obama logo. So, as far as this timing goes, there ain't no way. So if there is a God that's supernatural that would try and get one of his messengers to tell people, get ready, that would be a pretty impossible thing, agreed? I mean, what are the odds? So that just happened. And when I prayed about it, I said, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me, Father? And I open it up, it says, get ready. Get ready. Be ready. Prepare for, get ready. Get ready, get set. Here we go.
Yep.
Prepare the way, pave the way. And then on the other page it says accomplishment, execution, fulfillment. Right here it says, look, it says accomplishment, achievement, fulfillment. Wow, fulfillment,
And
carrying out.
unprepared.
And yeah, unpreparedness, I mean, I think that would be,
Thief in the night.
yeah, the thief in the night thing. Anyway, just crazy. Okay, guys, just to try and wrap this up real quick so y'all understand. In this video, Clay kind of grabbed a camera while one of these crazy confirmations was happening. So you guys can try and understand what just happened is, I did a video yesterday where I used the Obama logo from the Democratic campaign. And it shows an image of the world with blood dripping over it when you turn the Obama logo upside down. And it looks just like the Sherwin-Williams paint logo with the red paint going over the world. And so we made a video yesterday and posted it so y'all could see that, those who try and hide their plans turn everything upside down. And so that would indicate that their plans are to cover the world with blood from humans. That's what the message is. So, we showed you just a real short video yesterday, and then today, out of nowhere, I get this ad from Sherwin-Williams. So I came over here and I opened up I looked at my emails, and for some reason I went down, it was later in the day, but I went down and I saw Sherwin-Williams from Sherwin-Williams. And I opened this up, and it has the same image we used on the video yesterday. And I thought somebody was like messing with me or saying, hey, Johnny, sometimes people send me emails to show me similar subjects. And I went, wait a minute, who's this from? Look who it's from. Sherwin-Williams. And I went, wait a minute, that's actually from Sherwin-Williams. And I'm like, what is this? And I look at it and I see this bucket of paint. It says Eminence. Bright white, self-priming, sealing paint with time-saving one-coat coverage. But it says Eminence. I've never seen a paint that says, that has a name on it. It either says Glidden or Bear or something like that. But Eminence? That's crazy. So I was going, well, who sent this to me at Sherwin-Williams? Why would Sherwin-Williams send me an ad? I don't do paint. You know, I'm not a painting contractor. And then while I'm freaking out, saying, Clay, what's up with this? Where did this come from? And Clay saying, I don't know, I didn't send it. And then the phone rings and it's Steve, right? Mm-hmm. And Steve is calling at that exact moment to say, hey, I saw that Democratic logo for Obama, which is, you know, what we were using the Sherwin-Williams logo to identify, you know, because it shows, you know, red paint dripping over the world. And the Obama logo is just red blood dripping over the world, made up from humans that are turned upside down. And so anyway, you know, I mean, the odds of that happening are like 1 in a gazillion, especially at the moment that I'm questioning, why did I get this ad? At that exact moment, the phone rings, and it's Steve. Guys, I've been going like this. What's going on? I feel like I'm in some other world. You guys saw the video with the cover of the Life magazine that matches identically. See how it matches identically the National Geographic? Do you see how it's the same kind of thing? The Life magazine matches identically the National Geographic. This matches identically the video. You think that's the Lord trying to warn us, guys? It's like, yeah. So I prayed and I was like, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? And I just opened a book and it said, get ready. So it said, get ready. And it said, fulfillment. Get ready and fulfillment. So I don't know what to tell you except get ready. Looks like maybe this is it. So now you know all the facts. Those are just the facts. That's it.
Her emotions ran high following Obama's speech.
It was the most memorable time of my life. It was a touching moment because I never thought this day would ever happen. I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's gonna help me.
Democrats are making history at their convention in Charlotte this week.
I'm Jewish, I'm gay, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a congressman from the great state of Colorado.
Never before have gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender Americans been embraced so warmly by a major political party.
And this is what Obama represents. It's what he's intended. This is the end of civilization.
If ever there were a time to launch an attack, it would be now, in these coming months. If ever there were a time to prevent such an attack, it would be now, before the consequences of the November 6th election.